Hi and welcome back to the course site tutorial for teachers and faculty. This is the second out of 3 videos to teach you how to create a course site and populate it. So this is where we left off last time after creating our site. Again, this is our unpopulated site, has no content, this is just the default. So we're going to go back to our dashboard. So instead of going to dashboard, go to My Sites, put your cursor over the name of your course, and go ahead and click on Dashboard. Now, while that might have seemed a little counterintuitive, it's good practice for the future. Anyway, so back here on your dashboard, you're going to have many options on the left-hand side. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. So this is Settings. Go ahead and click on that. Okay, so you'll notice a few things here. Your site title is the same as what you named it when we initially created the site. The tagline is kind of a subheader. It's what goes directly under the site title on your actual site. So let's take a look so you can see exactly where that is. Okay, so you see it right here, just underneath the title of your site. So you can change that. Typically you want to change it to the section of the class that you're holding, or your name as a professor. You can change it to both. So let's go back to the dashboard. And back to settings. Okay. So we're going to change this to section 8, Professor Margtish. Alright, so your email address is going to be the email that's associated with your login. If you change that, it's going to ask for a confirmation. Okay, so time zone you want to set to New York. There we go. Date format and time format are entirely up to you. That's just a matter of preference. Same as week starts on. You can change those to whichever you like. Then always remember to click Save Changes. Now you see, this is just general settings, which is one of the selections under settings. You can go into each of these and make different decisions, but they're all not really relevant at the moment. Tools, I'm going to speak more about later. It has to do with importing and exporting different information if you've had a previous site or would like to copy information that you have on this site into another site, but I'll speak more about that in the next video. You can also delete the site that you've just created. Maybe you made a mistake in the URL, you don't want it to have that URL for whatever reason. You can delete your site from here. You can also add a user, which means that you can give access to this account to someone else. And there are different levels of access. We'll go into that. So the different roles are, you see, subscriber, contributor, author, editor, administrator. Administrator can do all the things that you can do, and it goes down the list. You may or may not need this for your course site. It depends exactly what you want to do. So we'll go ahead over to plugins. Plugins, again, you may or may not use. It depends on what you're trying to do with this site. Basically, plugins are expansions of the functionality of your site. So there's a Google Analytics plugin, different things like that that can help you. So we'll go to Appearance. Alright, and this is very important. This is what your website's going to look like. So for a course site, it's recommended that you use Course v3 content. And what you're going to do to activate this is click the Activate button. So go ahead and do that. One up here it says, do you want to import content? You're going to say, replace imported content. Okay, so if you want to see what this looks like, you can go right to this little strip right here, or you can go back up here and click Visit Site. Okay, so you see how your site has changed just by changing the theme, and that's very important. So where you used to have this bar over here, it's now switched around, and you can see that there are different pages that have been added. So this theme is typically used for course sites because it comes with these already, prefabricated, so it's a lot easier for you to populate your site. Now let's go ahead back to dashboard. Okay, other things under appearance are widgets and menus. These are going to be talked about more in the next video, but they're extremely important. Comments, this is basically a comment manager. Your students or whoever can comment on your site unless you turn those capabilities off. So when they comment, it will be sent to you for approval, and this is where that would pop up. Pages are extremely important as well. So I showed you that bar on the left on your site that had different pages on it. These are where all of your pages are, and this is where you could edit them. So say you go into About, and this is what that'll look like. It gives you almost a format for what you could include. So I'll get more into this later, but another thing to remember about editing a page is whenever you make any changes, always remember to go over here to this blue button and click Update. Okay. Media, go ahead and click on that. This is your media library, so you can upload different documents, images, different things that you'd like to include in your pages. And I'll show you how to put things into your media library and then how to put them into your pages later on. Posts are kind of neat, and I'll explain a little more in a minute, but see, there are different posts on here, and these posts can help you set up your site. So you can even click on the Setting Up Your Site post, and it tells you a little more about what you can do to customize your site, and a little more about pages versus posts, different things about WordPress. So posts, let's just go back to main posts here. You can use posts kind of as announcements in this course site. So I'll show you what I mean by that. You can go to Visit Site again. So this is where all your posts are. This is what comes up initially when you open the page. So say you have a project that your students have to submit. So you could have a reminder, you could make a post saying this project is due at this time on this day, different things like that, and they can line up. So this could be about something else, and you can have them all lined up here right on the main page for your student to see. So we'll head back to dashboard. Okay, so that's all for this second video. In the next video, I'll show you how to create pages and give options on what you should actually include in there, as well as show you a little more of everything I kind of touched upon in this video.